I'm not even gonna lie, this race weekend started off as a wash, pun intended. A lot of rain derailed a lot of plans as far as these NASCAR races went this weekend at the Chicago street course. But amidst all the slew of cautions, the battle between Shane Van Gisbergen and Justin Haley for the lead late in the race was quite entertaining. But here's where the storyline starts. In his debut, Shane Van Gisbergen won his very first NASCAR race. Shane became the 7th driver to do so, and this happened 60 years later. Y'all know how they love them 3s and 6s. But moving on. And I forgot to mention, this is not a full-time driver. This is a road course ringer. Like, he is specifically brought in for road course races. He races overseas in supercars. Now, I'm not saying he trash or nothing. I'm just saying it's a different style of racing. But here's where the funny business starts. Because I knew something was up when they announced this, and I understand you're trying to beat the darkness, but this is real fishy. So instead of doing this prior to the race, NASCAR decides mid-race they're going to reduce the number of laps in this race from 100 laps to 75. Now, remember that number, 75. This is NASCAR's 75-year anniversary, and this driver just so happens to win in his debut. But here's the kicker. He won 7 weeks and 5 days after his last birthday of May 9th, 2023. There's that 75 yet again. And not to mention he drove the 91 Chevrolet Camaro for Trackhouse Racing. His name equaled 91. And not to mention the loop equals 91, and they've been referencing the loop the entire time they've been promoting this race. So again, here's another example of them winning a race by the numbers. But I'm gonna say this about the race. So there were moments where there was actually some entertaining racing, but there were just so many cluster throughout this race that I can't ignore that. Like, real shit, NASCAR should never do this again, and they should just stay to Road America, like an actual road course instead of racing on some fucking highway where everything's horribly planned.